Welcome to Saturday night's main event, in which we're kicking off the show here with an Intercontinental Championship match, and the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne is answering the open challenge set by Penta for Saturday night's main event. So he did not have a challenger for the IC Championship, and what Pete Dunne has made his way here to Tampa, Florida to answer the call. So Pete Dunne, around this time last year, was challenging for the world title, but came up short due to bloodline interference at the time, alongside Tyler Bate over on, Raw was fighting for against AJ Styles for the world title, and Pete Dunne had to deal with the bloodline and was screwed out of a championship opportunity and could have beaten Roman Reigns if it wasn't for the bloodline at the time being on his side. As we know, the bloodline is now led by Solo Sikoa and no longer associated with the OTC Roman Reigns. And tonight we will see Solo Sikoa in our main event challenge Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. But we kick off the show here tonight with the IC Championship match. Pete Dunne looking to win the title and end Penta's multiple month reign. He won it back at Elimination Chamber, defending it at WrestleMania, and has defended it since multiple times. And tonight is looking to do the same. This time now up against Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight. And with a Penta experience has arrived here at Saturday night's main event. Now it's taken WWE by storm. It's making its debut many months ago. It's looking to continue his impressive reign as Intercontinental Champion here tonight. But the question is, can Penta overcome Pete Dunne? And this is a match that's going to be a great one to start the show off. Pete Dunne v. Pent Dunne. Pete Dunne versus Penta, sorry. It's going to be a long night, and I'm already mixing up names. But this match is going to be a classic between these two wrestlers that can go in the ring. Obviously, Pete Dunne, the more technical wrestler, Penta can hang with him in that aspect as well. Has his own strong style that he brings to the ring. And Penta tonight is looking to walk out of here Intercontinental Champion and defend that title once again that he holds so proudly around his waist. And with a crowd behind Penta, as always. And with Penta tonight, will show Zero Miedo for Pete Dunne. Well, let's get this IC Championship match underway. And before that, we'll hand you over to the official ring introductions by Alicia Taylor. Whilst the historic Intercontinental Championship is on the line here. Pete Dunne would love nothing more than to shock the world tonight and open the show by winning the title. But let's hand you over to Alicia Taylor for the ring introductions.
WWE Intercontinental Champion, Penta!
Well, this one's about to be underway, and what a matchup it's going to be. We haven't seen Pete Dunne for many months since he had those run-ins with the bloodline so long ago now. He was out injured for a long time, has made his way back to WWE here, opening the open challenge, and this will be a great return for Pete Dunne to win that title and become the IC champion. The question is, can he defeat Penta here tonight to open the show? This matchup promises to be an all-time classic between these two. We're going to get it underway here in a few moments. Pete Dunne v Penta for the IC Championship is underway. And what a way we go here, and Penta already playing the mind games there. These two locking up in the middle of the ring. You'd give the wrestling background advantage to Pete Dunne over Penta, but like I said, Penta ain't no slouch when it comes to the wrestling game. He's a well-travelled competitor, so he knows his way around a few holes or two as these two open the show here, exchanging holes, looking to find out who's a better man. And the opening going to this one here is Pete Dunne looking to switch the grapple hit and get the back switch of his own here. As Pete Dunne now in control. As Penta now looking to fight out. And Penta with some back overs too. Pete Dunne now looking for some huge kicks of his own here. Kicks to the leg, looking for a forearm. Pete Dunne either way, there's a clothesline. Taking down Penta. Now Pete Dunne, the former NXT United Kingdom champion. He held that for a long time. He's looking to win a main roster title. That was Pete Dunne. Wrestled to the ground by Penta. Pete Dunne getting frustrated, and Pete Dunne flying in with a huge boot to the face there. And that is the anger of Pete Dunne being unleashed on Penta. This is a side of Pete Dunne we need to see more of. The Bruiserweight needs to come out more often. We saw shades of this Pete Dunne during that time when he was battling the Bloodline and Roman Reigns for the title. Obviously, in the end, came up short. As Pete Dunne now in control of this one here. And it's looking good so far. As Pete Dunne now looking for a snap. Half and half suplex there. Into a cover now on Penta for the championship. Penta kicks that too. More damage needs to be done to Penta, who's one of the most resilient superstars in WWE currently. As Penta now hooks it there. Stops it this time, and there's a super kick there to Pete Dunne. And after this match, we're going to see Ricky Saints challenge Ethan Page in a no disqualification match as those two look to settle their differences they've had. For many, it was this Penta sling blade there. Now digging the boot of his own into the midsection of Pete Dunne here. And Penta is fired up here. But the WWE Universe behind him. Like I said, Penta has taken WWE by storm since making his debut a few months ago. As Penta now close and sending Pete Dunne up and over the top. And Penta now shooting Zero Miedo, looking to fly up and over the top. Showing why he's one of the best, if not the current best luchador in the world. As Penta now sending Pete Dunne back in the ring here. As Penta now stalking Pete Dunne here. Penta springboarding, crossbody, hooks it again to the cover. But Pete Dunne kicks out just about there. Penta thought he could have caught Pete Dunne off guard there. But Pete Dunne just about got the shoulders up in time. As Penta now with some huge forearms to the face of Pete Dunne, a spinning back kick. Pete Dunne caught by Penta, but this time Pete Dunne gets the better of him as Pete Dunne looking for the X-Plex to Penta for the title. And Penta again kicks. Pete Dunne's getting frustrated here. But Pete Dunne needs to remain focused. And Dunne now looking to joint manipulate Penta, looking to work on the arm and snap the wrist there. Now looking for a triangle choke here. A Hell's Gate submission hold locked in by Pete Dunne. To try and submit Penta for the title. But Penta getting back to a vertical base here. Looking to lift Pete Dunne up and break out of it there just about. With the air that he had left in the lungs, he managed to get out of that one. There's Pete Dunne caught with a sling blade by Penta. As Penta now looking to roll in this one here. It's Penta getting going now in this one. Penta with a code red, middle of the ring. But Pete Dunne kicks. And this one's living up to the hype that I said it would have at the start. Penta saying that this one's on its way to being over here. It's Penta caught there with a kick there to the midsection by Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne forearm to the face, looking for the better end to defeat Penta for the title. And Penta again, somehow gets the shoulders up. And Pete Dunne now looking to continue the joint manipulation here. Looking to yank back on the arms and the legs to Penta with a surfboard stretch here on Penta. But Penta here rolls through. And Penta now with the ropes. A Mexican Destroyer out of nowhere. But Pete Dunne somehow stays in it. What a matchup we're seeing to open the show. These two showing why they want to be RC champion. Penta showing why he is the champion. Pete Dunne showing why he was the one to answer the open challenge. As Penta catches him with a kick there. As Penta now sizing up his opponent here. Penta looking to fly in with the frog splash, but no one's home there. And Pete Dunne now looking for a Kimura lock here. Looking to break the arm. Snap the arm here to Penta. But Penta manages to just about escape here. And Penta looking for a head scissors takedown, but no one was home there for that one. It's Pete Dunne now. This time Penta catches him. And Penta for a German suplex. As Penta now getting rolling in this one here. What's Penta thinking there? Penta with a reverse sling blade. And Penta now to the top rope. Penta looking to fly here. And Penta now looking for a crossbody and gets all of it. And Penta is fired up here as always. As the IC champion now in control of the sling blade again there. And Penta looking to begin the ending of this one here. As Penta now wants to begin next, so looking to go big maybe here. It's Penta. Setting Pete Dunne up on the top rope. It's Pete Dunne now. What's Penta thinking here? Penta punch to the face here. Oh, Pete Dunne looking for a superplex off the top. And Penta now calling for the beginning of the end here. A second Mexican destroyer. And this time I think Pete Dunne's busted open. And Penta with Pete Dunne in the middle of the ring here. About to put this one away. Looking for the Penta driver to retain the title. And what a match we just saw. Pete Dunne came so close to winning the title, but in the end, Penta showed why he is the IC champion currently. It's going to take a lot to take that title away from him. With the resiliency and the ability Penta has in the ring, it's going to take a great competitor to put him away. And Pete Dunne tried his best here tonight. Maybe Pete Dunne, if he wasn't on his first match back after injury for a long time, maybe he could have got the job done. But Pete Dunne is back nonetheless and looks great in that ring as always. And we're looking to get back to his best and maybe earn another opportunity at Penta somewhere down the line for this title. As the Cody Rhodes there almost got the job done for Penta. As you can see, where Pete Dunne got the shoulders up just about there. And right here, Penta, a Mexican destroyer out of nowhere. But Pete Dunne somehow kicked out there. And Penta with the boot to the face. And then the German suplex. Some big moves hit by Penta. And right here was the beginning of the end. The second Mexican destroyer. And I think Pete Dunne was busted open. And right here, the Penta driver to get a 3 count and retain the IC championship. And we've got to show respect to Pete Dunne for what he achieved in this one. But Penta retains and continues his impressive reign as Intercontinental Champion. And what after that hard-fought match between Penta and Pete Dunne, we turn our attention to Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page. So these two have had issues for the past couple of weeks and months, and are looking to settle them here tonight. Saturday's main event. So this one's going to be a no disqualification match. So anything goes between these two.
Contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 200 pounds, Ricky the Saint.
Well, Ricky Saints here tonight is looking to get some revenge on Ethan Page for the attacks that he has insulted upon him a past couple of weeks. So Ricky Saints is no angel or saint, like you could say in that situation, but he's been getting his get back. That's the way he sees it, attacking Ethan Page from behind. recently, but tonight there's going to be a no disqualification match here tonight. Saturday night's main event. Before we get to our main event between these two here, and this one's not going to be a technical match. This one's not going to be a wrestling match. This is going to be a fight.
And his opponent from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 214 pounds. All ego,
We've got to imagine that these two are looking to, well, imagine that if Ricky Saints wins, and Ethan Page won't have put the issues between him and Saints behind him, but if Ethan Page wins, then he will believe that these two have closed their chapter on one another. But it depends on the way Ethan Page wins here tonight. If he wins fair and square in a no disqualification match, which is, you know, kind of not really a way to do it, because it's a no disqualification match. You can use weapons, you can do whatever you want, but you know, it'll be no cheap tactics. Then maybe the issues between these two will be put away or put past them for now, and they'll move on to bigger and better things. But let's get this one underway. Ethan Page with Ricky Saints, no disqualification. This one's going to be brutal, it's going to be bloody, but let's get this one underway. And what a way we're going. These two not wasting any time here. Starting off throwing haymakers already in this one. Ethan Page and Ricky Saints exchanging in the middle of this ring here. You can already tell the tensions these two. This ring ain't going to be able to contain them. I can guarantee that this was going to spill to the outside quicker than later. And what Ricky Saints are looking for a huge shot, but Ethan Page blocks it. And there's a huge right hand there by Ethan Page. And Page now stomping through a midsection there of Ricky Saints. Like, what a sharp kick there to the back of Ricky Saints here. And Ethan Page now sending Saints into the run, but Saints fights out here. But Ethan Page blocks a sharp kick to the midsection. Ethan Page now looking for a DDT. Ricky Saints counters though. Some punches here to the midsection. And Saints now looking for a super kick. Ethan Page dodges it here and catches him. Spins around and drops him down there with a Uranagi gut buster there. And Ethan Page, were already blood being spilt in this one as Ethan Page just scraping the boot across the open wound here. And Ricky Saints, about a minute or so into this one, is busted open. And that is not good for Ricky Saints. As Ethan Page now, well, what's he thinking there? Ethan Page now looking for a well-placed stomp. Head to the throat and the upper chest. As Ethan Page here, the cerebral superstar that he is. But the back gave way of Ethan Page. That's the damage that these two have been putting on each other for the past couple of weeks and months. Already being spilt in this one. As a net breaker delivered there by Ricky Saints is getting back into this one here. And Saints now looking to maybe bust over Ethan Page himself here. And Saints now looking for some well-paced stomps and kicks to the face here of Ethan Page. Well, Ricky Saints here looking to get some implements here. Rolling to ringside as a kendo stick in hand. But it's caught by Ethan Page with a big back body drop. Who now has a kendo stick in hand himself here and smashes it down the back there of Ricky Saints. You can see the blood pouring from the face there of Saints. And Saints is in a bad way here. And Saints now getting back to his feet as Ethan Page just mocking the crowd there. But Saints touches that huge kick there. And Ricky Saints now driving Ethan Page into the turnbuckle pad there. With a huge chop here. Saints drops Ethan Page. And Saints now is thinking of Saints looking for a Canadian destroyer. And into recover that to put this one away fairly quickly here. But Page kicks out there. As Ricky Saints now with a kendo stick in hand for himself here. As Ricky Saints now cracks it over the skull of Ethan Page there. As this one, like I said, it's going to be brutal, it's going to be a bloody affair. It didn't take long for the blood to be spilt. And Ricky Saints is bleeding badly here in this one as the clothesline sends Ethan Page to ringside. And Saints now What is he thinking of? Ricky Saints flying over a huge clothesline. And Saints now turn apart the announce table here. They're reinforced the announce table. And Ricky Saints here, whatever he's got in mind, it's not going to be good for Ethan Page. And Saints now. What's Ricky Saints thinking here? Saints now. A huge form to the face there. And now is he thinking, no. Looking for a superplex off their table to the floor. There's not much padding between the concrete underneath and what they just collided onto. That's Ricky Saints now. The crowd chanting, we want tables, and Ricky Saints gives them a table. That's Ethan Page now. Catches him with a huge roundhouse kick. Out of nowhere there, it was a quick kick there by Ethan Page. That's Page now. Looking to re-exasperate the wound even more. And sends him flying into the ring here. That's Page now. We don't see this often from Ethan Page, going to the top rope. Looking to do big damage here. He flies in looking for a close-up, but caught there. Caught by Ricky Saints. And Saints now have another net breaker onto the table. And Saints now have another kendo stick shot there to Ethan Page. It's Ricky Saints, so what's he thinking here? Setting the table up here. Looking for something big here. And Saints sending Ethan Page crashing up and over the top of it there. Well, Saints is still bleeding badly here. Obviously, the regular match, the referee would have stopped it to check on Ricky Saints, but this was no disqualification. It only ends when it's a pinfall or submission or KO. It's Ricky Saints now off the top with a huge superplex through the table. And Ricky Saints now into the cover here. But Page stays in it again here. And Saints now with an elbow drop there to the midsection. And Saints now caught by Ethan Page though. And Page here with a twist of fate out of nowhere. And Saints just about kicks out. And Page can't believe that wasn't enough. So now goes back into the ground and behind it on Ricky Saints, who's already busted wide open. As all league now, what's he thinking next to? As Ethan Page now with a trash can in hand here, as Ricky Saints is telling him to bring it here. Ethan Page runs in, is caught by Ricky Saints and dropped there. But Page again. I'm not too sure how, but he just kicked out at 2.99. And Ricky Saints is saying that should have been enough. As Ethan Page, we're not surprised that anyone takes a cheap shot there. And a huge roundhouse kick. As Ricky Saints is, well, bleeding badly here. There's another kendo stick shot there, cracking it over the skull. As all league now just stalking his prey here. Just looking to drive Ricky Saints face first into the edge of that trash can. And Ricky Saints is in a bad way here. So it gets it set into the face there. That's all legal now. Away from Page here, looking to put this one away here, looking for Ego's edge here. So Ricky Saints, he believes it's going to be enough. But Ego's edge onto the trash can there. It's not enough to put this one away. But Ricky Saints, somehow, some way, kicked out. Well, Ethan Page, I was thinking next to Ethan Page now. With a steel chair in hand. And Ricky Saints rolls him up here to steal the victory. But Page counters, stacks him up himself here. And Saints kicks out. So Liga now looking for that huge kick. No one's home. And net break onto the steel chair. What, not steel chair, onto the steel legs there. So Ricky Saints with some more punches to the face. Busted open Ethan Page. Looking to exasperate the Wyndham so fit, looking to get some revenge. Looking to have a crimson mask along the face of Ethan Page as well. As Ricky Saints now drives him into the, well, looking to drive him into the turnbuckle pad and does so. And looking to once again drive him into the turnbuckle pad and does so again. Well, Ricky Saints here. A huge chop there. And both of these men are bleeding badly here. There may be a winner in the win column article, but it's not going to be a winner by how these two walk out of it tonight. As Ricky Saints now. What is a crazed look in the eyes of Ricky Saints. But it's caught by Ethan Page again with a big back body drop. And yanking on the neck there is Ethan Page here. Oh, Ethan Page, what's he thinking there? Ethan Page with a steel chair put into the corner here. What is Page thinking? A set Page and Ricky Saints crashing into the steel. And well, Ricky Saints is in a bad way here. You can see the bruises all over the body, the blood pouring from his face. Ethan Page, it's a matter of moments till he wins this one, you got to imagine. As Ethan Page now. What's the thing there? Ethan Page just hanging him up over the top. And Page now sending him crashing to the ringside area. What is Page thinking here? Whatever he's thinking, it's not good for Ricky Saints. As Page now looking for the pop-up. Power slam onto the concrete. Oh, Ethan Page. What is Ethan Page doing here? A table. And Ricky Saints' days is out of it here. Ricky Saints is done for. As Ethan Page now, what's he thinking? Ethan Page looking for Ego's edge through the table and gets it onto the concrete as well. Ricky Saints is done. He's out. And what Ethan Page is, well, just lost it here. This is a disturbing side of Ethan Page here. As Ricky Saints somehow getting back to his feet here. But that's it. It's done. But Ricky Saints somehow again still steps to the face. And yeah, no, this one is over. Ricky Saints is out. The lights may be on, but no one's home. That's the best way to describe the way Ricky Saints is right now. As Ethan Page now looking to put this one away, looking for Ego's edge for a second time. Ricky Saints is in about. He needs mega attention and crashing onto the stick. Yeah, no, it's done. It is done. And that's a different side of Ethan Page we've ever seen. And Ricky Saints may be injured after this one. And what we just saw towards the end there. He may have a concussion. He lost a lot of blood in that matchup, being busted open in the first minute of the matchup. And Ethan Page, after the raised edge at ringside, Ego's edge, sorry, at ringside, sorry, for the table. You can see right here, Ricky Saints with a superplex off the table. Dealing the damage to Ethan Page, but also doing damage to himself in the process. And right here, it was almost done. Catches him here and plants him down, middle of the ring. But Ethan Page somehow kicked out here. That was it might have been a free kick, I'm not too sure. That was very, very close. But Ethan Page gets the victory. That's all that matters here tonight. For him anyway. And right here, Ricky Saints almost got pinned. But managed to get the shoulders up just about there. And I think at the end here, this was just a exclamation point. It was done. After the ego stage at ringside, but the ego stage onto the steel steps, it was done. This was a cold, cerebral side of Ethan Page we saw tonight. Well, it's not a popular result, but you cannot deny what we just saw from Ethan Page. Now I guess he deserves the victory. And when it's time for our main event here, and what a night of action it's been here at Saturday Night's main event, I'm going to find out if Solo Sikoa is going to stick to his word. There will be no bloodline interference in this one. It will just be him and Rhodes. That's the stipulations that Cody allowed Solo to get this match on after interrupted him on SmackDown last night, and was Solo, the tribal chief, then when he defeated Roman Reigns inside that Hell in a Cell match, who claims credit for allowing Cody to beat Roman Reigns. Well, Reigns heading into WrestleMania was by himself, was beaten, was battered and bruised from that Hell in a Cell match with Solo, had no wise man in his corner, was all by himself, and Solo and his bloodline believe that if it wasn't for that, then Cody would not be undisputed champion right now. I said Cody believes differently, but it's hard to dispute the facts that with Solo and a bloodline by his side, Roman obviously defeated Cody previously, not clean, but with help of the bloodline, he did hold on to that championship. But without the bloodline, he lost the title. So Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania 41. And while tonight, Solo's looking to claim the keys to the kingdom as a tribal chief, but if he has the undisputed championship, then he undoubtedly sits at the top of the throne of the bloodline on a SmackDown in WWE. I said The Rock, the High Chief, gave Solo the opportunity, basically anointed Solo the tribal chief without the Unifier. What that needed to happen was Solo would beat Roman for the Unifier and managed to do so, and when a hellacious head of the so much at Bad Blood. I recommend you go back and check that out. Let's get Cody Rhodes up here and see if he can defend the title for a second time, not long after defeated Andrade at Backlash in Lyon, France. Cody will not be 100% here tonight, but we know Cody Rhodes is not going to back down from an opportunity to prove that he is the champion. He said he wants to be the fighting champion that WWE deserves. That's what the whole journey was, to defeat Roman Reigns for the title. The question is, tonight, can Cody Rhodes, with the WWE Universe behind him as always, walk out undisputed champion? Or would it be bloodline hijinks, which ends up costing Rhodes the title? Or will Solo shock the world and do the job all by himself here tonight? And well, what a night it's been so far here tonight at Saturday Night's main event. Also not too far away from SummerSlam, where Cody Rhodes will most likely again be defending that title. So Cody, in the space of a few weeks, will defending that title quite a lot, and his body will be taking a brunt of that damage, and the wear and tear will be on show. But Cody Rhodes ain't going to let it be on show, but it's going to be there nonetheless. The question is tonight, can Rhodes overcome that and defeat a very game and very focused Solo Sikoa, and the most dangerous Solo we have seen, obviously free from the shackles of Roman Reigns in the bloodline. Well, his bloodline anyway, is now in complete control of his destiny. Is the tribal chief. He is looking to walk out undisputed WWE champion. The question is, will the bloodline interfere? Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga Loa, will they be involved at some point? Or, like I said, will Cody Rhodes get what he wants, a one-on-one match with no interference, to prove what he said, that Solo Sikoa is just pretending to be Roman Reigns? He is the tribal chief, yes, but that's sort of smoke and mirrors to Cody Rhodes. Let's hand you over to Alicia Taylor for the ring introductions for our main event.
Introducing the challenger from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa. And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
And well, what a main event this promises to be. And like I said, what a night of action we have had so far. Some incredible matches here on Saturday night's main event. But our main event promises to be a crown at the top of the, well, the jewel at the top of the crown. The Cody Rhodes defending the biggest jewel in WWE, the undisputed WWE Championship, and Solo Sikoa looking to earn and make himself the undisputed champion. Let's get a main event underway here tonight between Solo Sikoa, the Tribal Chief, and the undisputed champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Well, where we go here between these two here tonight. The question is, which one of these are going to walk out champion, as these two are not wasting any time to get this one underway. Solo some huge chops here to Rhodes, and Solo now looking for that throat jab there, but Rhodes answers back with a huge forearm of his own there. And Rhodes now with some huge shots, and Solo answers back there with a knee to the midsection. And these two locking up here. As you got to give Rhodes the advantage in the wrestling game, but Solo with the power advantage possibly could win this exchange between these two, just locking up here in the middle of the ring in this main event. Starting this matchup at a million miles an hour. And Solo now with a snap there, a chin lock at ring on the floor here with Rhodes. Fighting back here as Rhodes now with an arm wrench here to Solo. And Solo looking to fight out of this submission hold by Rhodes. To this hold here from the back is Rhodes now with some performance to the jaw there. But Solo answers him, fights him with a huge clothesline, taking down Rhodes there now. Solo with a huge headbutt there. Getting control of this one. And a kick here to the lower back. Now dropping the leg across the throat. And Solo in control of our main event now. So Solo looking to win the undisputed WWE Championship. But Solo now wrenching the arm, and another leg drop there to the arm there. Now Solo looking for another headbutt there to Rhodes. As Cody's in a bad way here so far. So there's two headbutts. Solo sends him into the corner here. Solo now with some huge chops. Looking to fly in. Have a huge back elbow there. Or Solo into the cover here on Rhodes. But Cody kicks that too there. It's going to take more than that. And Solo knows that I was just testing the waters there. Solo with another headbutt there. And Solo once again into a cover here. But Rhodes again stays in it. That's 3 headbutts now by Solo in this one. And Solo looking for something big, but Rhodes stops it in his tracks there. As Cody with a side effect. Gaining control. Looking to drop the elbow, but Solo out of the way. And Solo now looking for that throat jab and gets it this time. And Solo's clearly coming into this matchup with a game plan here tonight. And Solo now looking for the belly suplex, middle of the ring, into the cover again here. And Rhodes once again kicks that too. Solo now frustrated as Rhodes goes back to his feet. And Rhodes looking for the jab, Solo out the way. Solo looking for a shot to the midsection. Cody catches it there. And Cody now teeing away with some strikes of his own here, some chops and punches. And Cody with an atomic drop there. And Cody springboarding with a disaster kick. But Solo kicks there at the count of 2. As you got to imagine that the Bloodline are here tonight backstage somewhere lurking, just in case Solo causing them to try and win this matchup. As Cody now teeing away with Solo in the corner. As Solo fights out the corner though there. And Solo with a huge super kick there to Cody Rhodes. As Rhodes now rocks after that huge super kick. Solo now placing him on the ropes here. What is Solo thinking there? Solo now just choking Rhodes over the top rope here. And the referee doesn't realise that that's what Solo's doing. And well, Cody's in a bad way. Solo flies him with a huge knee to the back of the head there. And Cody could be out cold. But Rhodes stays in it. Well, that's the viciousness there of this new Solo Sikoa. Going after the throat there of Cody Rhodes and almost getting the job done. There with that attacker Solo. on the throat, with a smother and drop there. Oh, Solo, seeing that this is his time to sit atop of the throne in WWE. Solo now, we're spinning Solo middle of the ring. This match has been all Solo so far. And Rhodes again keeps his title running life there by just a millisecond. That's what Solo looking for another head, but this time Rhodes out the way though. And Rhodes looking to rally here. And Rhodes flying over the forearm, busted open Solo there. He's getting back to his feet, and Solo this time caught with a face buster there. The busting opener was already done there, but that was just a good measure. As Cody's looking to get fired up here. Cody now middle rope. Double springboard crossbody. And Cody's rallying this one here. As Cody now sending Solo afterwards with a snap power slam. Shades of Randy Orton into the cover to test Solo now. But Solo kicks there. And Rhodes now. Where's Cody Rhodes thinking next there? Cody Rhodes looking for a second disaster kick here. And Cody calling Sikoa to his feet here. As Cody now off the ropes, so fires over a huge clothesline. It's looking to maybe set up Solo here. As Cody now stopped by Solo when he strikes there, but there is Rhodes with a huge punch in the face there, rocking Solo Sikoa. Off the ropes again. Caught by Solo. And a headbutt there. And Solo's fired up now. Solo now pushed away by Cody. And now Solo getting into the corner here, putting himself up on the ropes. As Rhodes now wants to think there, Solo drops the knee there across the ankle there, crushing the ankle and the leg there. That's a lot of damage done. As Cody fights away with a huge knee to the face now. And Cody here, some huge shots there, rocking Solo and dropping in down there. Looking to create some distance maybe here, looking for the Cody. Got after Solo and gets it. But Solo somehow stays in this one here. That's Cody now caught by Solo. And Solo looking for the spike and gets it. A spike out of nowhere for the title. But Rhodes somehow kicks out there. And with Solo showing his frustrations there to the referee. But Cody back to his feet here. Cody needs a crutch in here, fight forever here tonight. These two might have to put this one away. As Cody gets out of the way there for a massive back heel kick there by Solo. As a Solo out of the way, he was something to the back of the neck there. As these two are even in this one so far. As Solo caught by Rhodes in the corner there. And Cody now springboard moonsault off the top. And Rhodes started thinking about putting this on the way here. Rhodes perhaps thinking crossbows with Solo out the way. And Solo with a nice spinning Solo. But Cody again kicks out. And what's Solo doing here? Solo signaling for something. But Rhodes back to his feet. And Solo super kick. What's something going on backstage we're going to cut to here in a second. As Cody sent to ringside. And we'll cut backstage and Big Jim is taking out Tonga over here backstage. And Solo was calling for help from the bloodline. It doesn't seem like he's going to get it. Because Big Jim is wiping out Tonga Loa in the backstage area, and it seems like we're going to there's something going on at ringside. We're going to cut to it in a second. There's Big Jim now looking to take out Tonga Loa. We're going to put him maybe through the table backstage and does so. Let's cut to the ringside area as Big Jim continues the assault. They take out Tonga Loa. And we're in the crowd of Tama Tonga And Sami Zayn are brawling here with Sami Zayn flying off the equipment box there. Now laying in the assault similar to Big Jim backstage. And Tama Tonga helping Cody Rhodes here from stopping the bloodline from interfering with Sami Zayn now. With a hell of a kick to Tama Tonga. Well, Jacob Fatu's making his way down to ringside. And Sami Zayn is taken out. Tama Tonga here distracted. And it seems like Jacob Fatu is coming here to help Solo as well. And oh my, got the Tribal Chief is back. And it's making his way down to help Rhodes and stop Jacob Fatu. What a return for the Tribal Chief. And Fatu's coming out Roman here on the orders of Solo. And what a moment here, the Tribal Chief is back. And Jacob Fatu is clearly giving Reigns his last right to Reigns with a spear to Jacob. And Reigns are beating down Fatu here. And now making his way towards Solo. But Fatu's getting back up. And Reigns returning once again rid of a spear. Taking out Fatu here. And while Reigns and Solo just staring down each other here, and Cody's recovering at ringside and getting back in the ring here. Well, Rhodes back in the ring here. Solo trying to keep in this one as Cody now with a pedigree to Solo. And Cody just a quick acknowledging glance there to UTC Roman Reigns, the man who we defeated for the title at WrestleMania. As Rhodes now, after being saved by Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn, and Roman Reigns here looking for a trifecta of crossroads here to Solo to retain the title. And Rhodes does so in our main event. And what the talking point is, Big Jim returning, taking out Tama Tonga backstage. Sami Zayn taking out Tama Tonga ringside in the crowd area, and Roman Reigns making his big return. We've not seen him since WrestleMania, since he got beat by Rhodes for the title. Spearing Jacob Fatu not once, but twice. Then we'll stayed out in between him and Solo, leading to Rhodes getting back into the ring. Hitting a pedigree, followed up by a trifecta across Rhodes to retain the Undisputed Championship. And while Roman Reigns making his way out of it now, as was Jacob Fatu also making his way to ringside, escorted by Reigns as those sort of brawling into the backstage area, I believe. And Reigns just carried out Jacob Fatu once again. But Roman Reigns is back. We've not also seen Sami Zayn since WrestleMania, since he defeated Kevin Owens in a hellacious, unsanctioned match that he put Kevin Owens away, and that we didn't see him since. As Rhodes here, after the distraction, got back in the ring, hit a pedigree on Solo, and then a quick look there at Reigns, and then the trifecta of Crossroads to put this one away. And what main event we had here, Solo was moments away from being the champion, but was saved. If it wasn't for the return of Reigns, Sami Zayn and Big Jim, maybe Solo would be the champion right now. But Cody retains here tonight to end Saturday night's main event. But the big talking point is the return of the OTC Roman Reigns.